Namaste and welcome to this full moon meditation with me, Ali Latrobe. And today it's a little bit different than normal, if you can see my context and within which I'm recording this. Obviously, as someone who puts out these, I guess they're called vlogs, full moon vlogs, you would like the setting to be perfect, you would like the lighting to be perfect, you would like to look perfect, you'd like it all to come together and be perfect all the time. But I guess, unfortunately, life happens and things aren't always perfect. So today I'm recording this in my car whilst my kids are at school. Life has happened, which means that I am recording this for broadcast live at 8:30 this evening, British summertime. So I am with you in spirit, although physically and practically it's not possible today. So obviously this full moon is the Libra sun full moon. The moon is in Aries, so we have this polarity established in the zodiacal sequence between Libra and Aries. So I talk about this every single full moon, about how we can't just look at what the moon is doing. We have to look within which the context of the moon, which is beautiful and big, and we can see it and we can feel it. And those of us who love, beauty and light, it's obvious and there. But then there's also the sun, which, in the Northern Hemisphere, we may or may not be able to see. And then there's also the other planetary influences going on. So we're going to touch on a little bit of that. And then we're going to do a short meditation to help you access those intuitive parts of your mind that hopefully will be able to receive that inner guidance that you need right now for whatever you're balancing in your life, whatever is not quite as you would like it, or perfect, or looking as beautiful as that full moon, because all of life is, the full tapestry of life is very real and is to be embraced, as challenging as this shedding process that we're in over the last 2.5 years has really been. Yeah, and even longer, really, if we're talking about Saturn through Capricorn. So let's think about Libra. I'm going to share with you here my image of Libra that Ben Hassan of Designcraft has designed for me. So Libra here, sometimes we call it the sign of the scales. It's these two lines. Now, yes, the upper line is curved and the bottom line is straight, but essentially there's two lines here. And Libra is seeking to mediate these two lines. It's seeking to find a path between those two lines. So this Libra season, when the sun, which is our will, which is our identity, which is our personality, is how we show ourselves in the world, regardless of your birth date or your astrology. Libra is inviting us all to balance up our personality life with our soul life, our spiritual calling, and our mundane daily activities. It's like, how can we weight up and value in good proportion both of these parts of ourselves? So the Libra archetype, in terms of how it influences our personality, relates to the planet of Venus, its traditional ruler. So the Venus influence of Libra brings us to appreciate the beauty in the world, the things that are in right proportion, that are equal, that are balanced, that are in harmony. They aesthetically look nice to us because they have some degree of balance. There's a well just proportion of it, or of the thing that you're looking at, which makes it beautiful. It's a different type of beauty to the Taurian Venus ruled sign, which is more of a sensual pleasure of the beauty of whatever it is being seen or tasted or touched. In Libra, it's more to do with the well proportioned, balanced state of something visually, you know, architectural design, even, you know, even building itself, like if things are well proportioned, how someone, you know, draws something in the world, how someone literally looks, you know, are they well proportioned? That's a measure in our you know, in how we measure beauty in this day and age, whether someone is symmetrical or not. Not saying that if you're not symmetrical, because we're all not symmetrical, you're not balanced. So what I'm trying to say is that yes, Venus is seeking to bring beauty and balance and harmony to all of our lives. It's seeking to find a place of peace and harmony between different parts of ourselves, to bring union. Venus very much, you know, it connects with people. It's a soul ruling planet. It's softening. It connects us to each other. That's what love is. That's why Venus is associated with love. And through that, it brings peace. So I often say that Libra is the archetype of the mediator, you know, striving to look at both sides of the problem, both sides of a story, both extremes, and navigating through to what the real truth is between these polarities. So in a way, Libra rules all of the polarities that we have within the zodiac, you know, and it's striving to bring all of those polarities, those extreme bits of ourselves that are represented through the you know, the 6 polarities of the zodiac, 12 signs, to find peace, to find harmony. On soul level, Libra is ruled by Uranus. Uranus is like the revolutionary. It's the rebel. It can be the trickster. But ultimately, all of those archetypal kind of qualities are striving to bring, you know, justice and equality and fairness. And so how do we bring justice and fairness? Sometimes it involves a little bit of a shake up, a little bit of a wake up. It's like, holy shit, our governance system is not democratic. Oh my gosh, you know, actually we're radically racist through all of the support systems and social systems that we have in place in a society. Or oh my gosh, you know, child labor is still a thing, you know, all of these things. That's like, sometimes it comes as an awakening, and yes, it almost takes a certain tipping capacity for then the earthquake to happen and things then get redistributed so that it can be more equal, more even, more just. So I'd like to think that these two work hand in hand, in that, you know, you have to keep very balanced, you have to keep very peaceful, at least to operate almost in the center of the storm, you know, to not get swept up in the polarity, in the, you know, it's this versus this. Instead, it's like, okay, from a central point, evaluating all the information that is there, looking for the truth, and then making a just decision. Perhaps it's your own values, or how your purchasing choice, or how you vote, or what you stand for, all of these things, you know, what that can change within us and then within society to make it fairer and more just place. So if we have a look now at the actual astrology of right now, So this is the point of the full moon. So we see the sun here at 27 degrees Libra, 26 minutes, and the moon at 27 degrees Aries. So this is the polarity that I'm referring to. And we also have Mars still within Libra. We also have Mercury slightly further away. So the Libra part of ourselves and of life and of society on this earth right now has the energy, the drive, personal power, all those Martian qualities, anger and frustration within all these things that are unfair, are unjust, are not balanced. So we're going to be seeing within ourselves and with others and with people in society an almost an inner rage, frustration, and sometimes, you know, productive work towards seeking a greater democracy, greater fairness, greater fairer justice system. All of these kind of words, we're going to see them out there in the world. Sometimes the problem of Mars in Libra is that it doesn't necessarily come out in an assertive way. It can become a little bit passive aggressive, but essentially it's a tension point. And at the same time as we have this full moon, we also have this square to Pluto in Capricorn, to the Mars. So that frustration, that tension, that anger, that inner, oh, this isn't how I want my life, this isn't how I want society, this isn't the world I want to live in. And it itself is square with Pluto, which rules it rules a bunch of things, like our shadow side, our power structures. It relates to transformation, and transformation through a breaking down of things. And when it's in Capricorn, it's like a breaking down of the most hard, dry, concrete structures and systems in our lives. You know, those things that we've created for ourselves at a point in time when they made sense. They were in line with the zeitgeist of that time. They maybe were a coping strategy within our own lives of how we would deal with a certain situation. But right now, that Mars in us that wants to sever, that wants to end, that wants to, you know, charge into and, you know, with fire, sometimes destroy, sometimes cut away, and it wants to it doesn't do it quickly, you know. And so it's saying, it's interacting with that Pluto, and it can happen like it's either frustrated with this process of transformation and with shedding, and how long this, you know, upheaval and this transformative process that we're going through right now has been, you know, just feels so long. You know, are we not there yet? You know, that inner child that's like, are we not there yet? When are we going to get there? When are we going to get to the other side? When are we going to get on holiday? Right? And so the Mars is frustrated. It wants things fairer. It wants things well, better proportioned in our lives. And we're undergoing these massive transformations collectively and individually. And so this is causing this friction. So, you know, particularly for people who have strong placements within the cardinal cross. So that is Aries, that is Cancer, that's Libra, and that is Capricorn type placements. You don't have to have your sun there, but like a strong placement of those more personal planets. That's your Mercury through to Saturn, including your rising sign. So if you have a bunch of planets there, or your moon, your sun, or your rising sign there, this is likely to be rocking you, or even you seeing it. It may not be you, but it's coming from outside towards you, so it is affecting you, you know. So I see frustration, I see power struggles, power dynamics, and just a kind of frustration of just how much longer does this shedding process have to happen, have to go on for. So within all of that, we have this Aries moon. So we've already got the fire from the Mars in square to the Pluto, and then the full moon is in Aries, and it's in the kind of the final part of Aries, the last decan here. And you know, Aries is it has a lot of qualities like Mars. You know, it's initiatory, it wants to start things, it wants to go quickly, it's an ideas type sign, it brings in an impulse to do. It's like, I know what I need to do, I know what I need to start, right? So you can even see it here in the symbol of Aries. So we have this kind of seed, the seed impulse that's sprouting into form, it's sprouting into life, it's igniting something within us. So if you're igniting a fuse, it's going to be, you know, a bomb. If you're igniting a visionary idea, then it's going to ignite something new in you. There's going to be the Mars will turn into a drive to work towards that higher ideal, that thing that you want in your life, right? So it can go kind of between those two ways of super destructive and frustrating, or super driven and productive. And this moon may give you these sparks of new inspiration that are going to be able to help you through what you're doing, you know, through bringing something new into your life. And the cardinal energy, which is what, Capricorn, the Capricorn Pluto, and then the 3 Libra placements. Remember, you've got Mercury here too. So your mind is also in this place of, how can I bring better balance? How can I bring better justice, well proportioned to my life? And the moon is initiating these new impulses. And yes, that can be a frustration, but equally, if we're open to it, we can allow our mind to receive this new. And that's what the cardinal cross is. That's what all of those cardinal signs that I'm talking about. It's like forging into creation something new. So if you've been living in a little cycle over the last chapter of your life, whatever that chapter is, what are the things that you can do to change that cycle so that it can be fairer for you and for the others and for others in your life? How can it be more just, more fairer for our society, for our world? And how can you bring your drive, your motivation, your personal power, your self-esteem into the mix to initiate something new, a new cycle? So with those kind of themes, we're going to do this meditation. We're going to invoke that full moon energy to inspire us, to understand what is the new thing that we need to do in our life to change patterns, to change cycles. We still have astrologically all of this breaking down, this Uranus square Saturn going on. That's the theme of this year, of how we create new systems and structures. And over this full moon, there's a real focus on how we can make that fairer, how we can make it more just, how we can, on a deeper level, balance both our spiritual life and our material life. So find yourself a comfortable seated position. I'm going to just leave up here my Libra image so that you don't have to see me too much. So just letting your eyes gently close and see how your body feels. Sitting up nice and tall. Take a big inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Allowing your right hand to cup your left hand, supporting. And let your shoulders draw back and down. As you lift your crown up to the sky, breathing in through the nostrils, lengthening the crown upwards. And exhale, rooting down through your sit bones, rooting into the ground. Let's first of all connect to our physical body. Let's see how it feels. Let's adjust as we need to adjust. Remembering your body is part of this earth. Every single atom of your body is there because of what you've eaten and what you've breathed in. And through this transformation process has become your body, this vehicle within which your consciousness resides. Just feeling down to the soles of your feet, your toes, the tops of your feet, your ankles, your calves, your shins, your knees. Seeing how your thighs and your hips, your pelvis, your pelvic floor feel. Allowing your belly to be soft and even. Bringing the breath right down into your belly, feeling how it feels to breathe all the way up to the top of your chest. How do your lungs feel? How does your heart feel? How does the sides of your chest feel? All of this is you. Checking your shoulders are drawn down and back. Allow your arms to be heavy. See how your shoulders, your arms, your elbows, your forearms, your wrists, your fingers all feel. See how your throat feels. Maybe swallow. Allow your tongue to be relaxed in your mouth, resting on the top of the palate. Watching the breath come in and out of the nostrils, tracing the line from the nostrils up to the brow center and out the brow center. And as you breathe in through those nostrils to the brow center, feel that air, that ether clearing away the fog, clearing away the clouds. See if you can bring your gaze inwards and upwards to that brow center. And as you breathe, let your vision expand upwards to the blue sky. And through the sky, where you see the sun up and out of the atmosphere, until you see the earth beneath you and you see the sun in space. Feel the difference that you felt as you moved through that atmosphere, to see the earth as it is, to see your body, you know, with every atom from your earth. And here you are in space, observing the sun. The sun is like your life force. And just allow the rays of the sun to warm you, to enliven you. Keep a grounding cord down to the earth. Let yourself soften whilst connected. Don't let yourself drift off. And observe the moon on the opposite side to the sun of the earth. And observe the light of the sun reflecting on the moon. Now bring yourself back down through the atmosphere, back down onto the earth, where you still see the sun. And in your mind, allow that sun to set and allow the moon to rise. Remembering that as the sun sets, the moon rises on the opposite side. And just feel that moonlight pouring down onto your body. That Aries moon. With your eyes inwards and upwards, opening up to receive illumination. The moon is like our emotional body. Asking that moon for clarity around the emotions you've been feeling. What are those emotions trying to tell you? What action needs to be taken? What new cycle do you have to begin? And see if you can elevate your mind up higher than that moon. As you know what you're feeling and why you're feeling, open up to this new cycle of balance and harmony. What is it that needs to change in order to bring you greater balance? And holding your mind steady in that light, allowing your life force, your spirit to radiate through you as you feel the connection to your physical body. With the connection to your physical body, see if you can bring the two together. See if you can bring the wisdom of your body, the wisdom of your emotions, together with the wisdom of your mind. And when you've brought them together within yourself, see if you can create a potent center of force within your body. and radiating out through the pores in your skin, through the top of your head and the soles of your feet, radiating out all that is you, your truth, your love, your power. That power, that love, and that light that will guide you, that will empower you into a life that is true for you. Bringing your hands to your heart and just trusting that power and that love and that light that is you. From that point of light above your mind, draw down into your brain and outwards to all. From that place of love deep within your heart, radiating love out of your heart to all. From that center of power within your belly, empowering all through goodwill. And taking 3 big breaths, inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. And last one, inhale and exhale for Om. Om. Just bringing your palms together and recognizing your own power of wisdom, intuition, trusting your inner guidance system for these crazy roads ahead. So namaste, everyone. I have a beautiful month and ride the waves and use that power towards some change, some new patterns, some new cycles, and ultimately to a fairer, more just world for everyone. Until next time, namaste.